we are the economic regulators for the utilities. We're not the environmental regulators, and we have to sometimes keep our thought pattern on that. But in this one area, we cite power plants that are thermal, that use water, that becomes steam, the term's turbines, that creates electricity. And that's what we're talking about. These power plants use a lot of water. I don't care if it's a solar CSP power plant, utility scale, they use a lot of water. The big concern, and Senator Kyle wrote a white paper on this issue, is that we're exporting a lot of power, and we're proposing to export a lot of power that is solar. And that which is CSP, we need to be, because if we're exporting power and it takes water, a lot of water, we're actually exporting that water too. And so that's the issue that we have to look at. Now, photovoltaic doesn't use water. Now, I don't discriminate between electrons. I like them all, but I do like the ones that are cheapest, and I like the ones that don't use water, like the ones that don't give off what I consider dangerous gases, like SOx emissions, sulfur oxide. Down in the valley, when they tell you don't work out on a bad air day, don't work out outside on a bad air day, because your lungs will burn and you'll feel the effects of it. Those are SOx emissions. NOx emissions are the brown clouds, methane, those types of things that we deal with. The issue, though, is we should look to renewable energy. Certainly rooftop solar has a way, but we get a lot of megawatts out of utility scale, and a utility scale photovoltaic project, which we're seeing more and more requests for, won't use water, won't emit, and that's one of the best bangs for the bucks when it comes to renewable energy. Some of the new technologies are coming out on other, natural gas, as well as the nuclear, and the amount of water that they will use, that they can do dry cooling. So there's other technology, they just tend to not produce as much in megawatts. So I look to the best bang for the buck, and that which uses the least amount of water is probably the highest priority for me.